I'm Becky Saif. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use a reference track to speed up your workflow, stay inspired, and get some ideas for your own music so that you can stay true to the genre that you want to make. Now, there's nothing wrong with using a reference track. It is not copying. It is taking ideas from somebody else's work that's already existing, that you really like, that's done really well, and taking lots of different ideas, putting it into your own work, and speeding up your workflow, getting your music made faster. And in the industry of the music business, that is the most important thing, to make your music fast so that you can release it and get it out there to your fans and your following. Before I jump into the video though, I just want to let you know that we do stream on Twitch 3 times a week, long form music production. So if you want to jump into the Twitch stream, it's twitch.tv/Becky Saif. The Discord for the Twitch is below as well. So if you want to jump in the Discord and meet the lovely community that is part of the Twitch family, then jump into the Discord. Also, we're in the final week of the pre-sale of the complete Ableton live course. So if you would like to grab a huge discount, now is your very last chance to get over 140 bite-sized videos of everything that you need to know to master the art of Ableton Live. Lifetime access and exclusive downloads in there as well. I will leave you the link to the course, and this is the very last week of pre-sale, so if you want to get a huge discount, I fully recommend that you check it out. All right, let's look at how to reverse engineer a song, and the first step is to pick a track that you really like. So something that is already released, something that you want to sound like, and something that's done really well, because once you start to take ideas from that track, you will start to shape and mold your sound into the sound of something that you really like that's done really well. So I have a track here in Ableton. Now, the first thing that I would do is I would start to add markers so that I have an arrangement. And you can see here that we actually have a visual representation of when this track changes. So I could put a marker here if I right click, add locator, and I could call this the drop. I could also call this the breakdown. I could call this the second drop. So we're starting to build our arrangement before we've actually even made any pieces of music. It means that we now have designated sections that we can start to look at one by one. This is going to speed up your workflow and get you to really hone in on what is going on in each section. And the next thing we might want to do is start to sing a melody over the top of this track. So we're not going to copy the melody, but we're going to use the track as an idea. And one thing I like to do is to create a audio track, record, enable it, and then set the input for our microphone. Focus right. Okay, so now the audio is coming in. I'm going to record just singing over the top of it. I'll cut the video and come back, and then I'll show you how you can take that audio and make it into a MIDI melody and then start to put an instrument on there. Da 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 da. Ba da da ba ba ba. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ba da da ba 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 da da ba ba. All right, so now we have the audio in the project, and this is me singing over the track. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to do convert melody to new MIDI track. It's going to analyze the audio and then it's going to give me a melody. So here we have our melody. We have a few C sharps in here and a D sharp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto the scale and I'm going to go for C sharp minor. Now you'll know what's in C sharp minor in Ableton because using the scale function, you can see that the color of the clip is purple, and anything that is purple is in the key of C sharp minor. So now we can start to click on our notes and press them up and move them up and down so that all of them are on the purple lines. Then in order to fold it, just to check, you press scale And you can see that we still have a couple on the grey line. So I'm going to move that up, turn the scale off, press scale again. And now everything, except that one there, everything is in the scale of C sharp minor. So now we have our melody. If we play it with the instrument that's on the track. If you want to get this a little bit more on the grid, you just press Control or Command A, select all, quantize, Control U. And there you go. You have your melody that is taken from the idea of the track above. You didn't even need to play on the keyboard. You just sing it in over the top of the track that you've picked. Now we know that the track is in C sharp minor, we can start to add in our chords. So create a MIDI track, and we're going to create a MIDI clip. And then we're going to use C sharp minor. So we folded the scale. The first chord in C sharp minor, I'm just going to change the grid, is C sharp. And then it is E and G sharp. This is a standard triad chord. So we're just going to add an instrument. Let's just add the instrument that was on here to the track. And then we're going to add another chord. So I'm just copying this chord over now. Cool. So we have our chords here. I'm actually going to change the instrument because it sounds really bad. So I'm just going to change the instrument. All right. So I've changed it to 2 serum instruments just so it's a bit more aesthetically pleasing for the rest of the video. So we're starting to build our track very fast just by singing, extracting the melody, and then putting some chords underneath it. And you can start to then move your MIDI into the sections that you know you wanted to have it because we've put our markers in there. So I could put it here. And in the breakdown, we might want to sing or add some other chords and do something a little bit different. Another way to use a reference track is to actually listen to the track itself and hear where the drum hits and the effects and the changes happen. So we can hear here that there's actually some chords. So what I might do is I might bring these chords back because this could be part of the intro. Okay, so in the beginning, there is a drum break. So I'm going to take a drum break and I'm going to put a drum break underneath these chords here. I'm just going to copy it over. So now we have our drum break. It was processed a little bit different to how you would have it in the main drop, which was a bit more open. So I'm going to EQ. So I'm going to roll off the highs and the lows so that it sounds a little bit more like the break that's here. So this is our break. Probably a little bit more high pass. And let's hear that with the chords. And then it was also filtered out here. You can see visually that the drum hits start to disappear. So we could get an auto filter. So let's automate it, but we'll only automate it towards the end. And now we're starting to copy the way that the track above is behaving. We're using the ideas and the techniques that the person has used to make this track, and we're taking them so that we can start to build our own. It will help you with arrangement. It will help you with ideas. Look for places where there's drum hits. Look for places where there's effects. Look for changes in automation, like we've got our auto filter there. Look for ways that the track starts to switch up and move. Get your markers in so that you know exactly where where in the track things are changing and start to really build out your arrangement and get your track to sound like the tracks that you want to put out there. So that's how you would use a reference track. Start to take ideas from the track, sing melodies over the top, build your chord structure, and get ideas from an already existing piece of music that you want to sound like. Don't copy it, but just get ideas and inspiration so that whenever you're in a creative slump, you can just keep going. Get the music made faster, get it finished, get it put out there to your friends, your family, your following, your fans, whoever you want to send your music to. I'm Becky Saif. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. You need to like it, subscribe, and drop a comment, and it will help the YouTube algorithm so that I can get my content out to a wider community of people like you. Don't forget the Ableton live course last week for the pre-sale. So if you want to get a huge discount, link is below in the description. And that is it. That is it. Yeah, that's it. All right, cool. Peace out, guys. I will see you on the flip side. Bye.